I guess how was the week off for you? What did you do with the extra time, and how much were you able to get kind of healed up?
It was really good. Body feels great right now. Coming off a bye week, it's always good. I went back to Kentucky for the bye week, saw my family, hung out with them, caught up on sleep. So, like KJ said last week, I took a couple naps and hung out with the family, so that was about it.
You guys saw the line dressed up as Avengers. Did you do anything perfectly?
No, I kind of lacked this year. I actually thought about that with Halloween being on a Monday, and then, it's our bye week, so I want to get caught up on rest like that. I didn't really have a costume planned out or anything like that. Kind of regret it, but, I'll get after it next year.
You sit around and watch football this weekend?
Yeah, I literally didn't move from my couch on Saturday. Me and my dad sat in our living room, watched games all day, ate food.
What games do you guys watch?
Definitely the Notre Dame Syracuse game. That was a good one to get like a little jump start on them, see how they played, see how Notre Dame's defense was, which is always a plus. And then being from Kentucky and being a Kentucky fan, watch that, then play Tennessee.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was definitely, but still rooting for them.
What were your impressions of that Notre Dame defense?
They look good. I thought they had a really good game. I've watched film. I've watched them all season. They definitely, I've gone over the Ohio State game. I haven't been able to break down all of it yet. But, so, interior, they've got some good guys. They've got a couple guys that I played in 2020 as a freshman last time we played them. They've got some twitchy guys, and they got some big bodies, too, so you're going to get a mix of everything, too. And then they've got some experienced DNs, too. And I'm trying to think. They got some thump-around linebackers. Number 27, he's a smaller body, but he's all over the field, all over the place. I think he leads the team in tackles, so, that's a guy you got to watch out for. The number 8, big Samoan linebacker. That's what he fits the holes really well on a gap scheme, so I pull a lot on counter, so I'm going to have to be ready for that. He's a really hard hitter. He's knocked a few dudes on their butt, so be ready for that. But, they looked good against Syracuse, too, but, they've looked good all season. I think their record doesn't reflect the team that they are. I think they're a really good team, and it's going to be a fight on Saturday.
I know you said you haven't watched every game, but do you get the sense that they're playing better as the season goes on?
Definitely, yeah. I think they're playing better, and I think the win going into Syracuse is very hard. That's definitely the worst game I've ever played. Which I talked about that last year. It might have been lack of preparation. I don't know what it was. But playing in that dome, how loud it is there, insanely ridiculous. Anybody who's been there knows how loud it is. You can't hear yourself think. So being on the field, but being able to go in an environment like that and play well, perform well, they're definitely got a confidence boost. And then, we're going to get everybody's best shot. So I think they've started playing better throughout the season. I know that they've lost a couple games, but that really doesn't matter. We lost a couple games last year. We were still a dominant team. So you can't count anybody out based on previous performances. But I definitely think they're coming off a good road win. I think they'll be ready. But so will we. So
how exciting will it be for y'all to play in that environment with a packed house and primetime kickoff?
No, I can't wait. I love it. I think Notre Dame's a cool place. I actually went on a couple of visits there throughout high school. It's a cool place, cool atmosphere. Last time we were there was COVID, so you didn't really get the full experience. You still got most of it, but it's a really cool spot. Definitely working for a different outcome this year. That's not a good feeling, losing in double overtime and having them rush the field and put cameras in your face and everything like that. So, definitely working for a different outcome this year.
More importantly, how much food did you consume?
Well, I try not to keep track of that. It's always trying to work to keep weight on. I'm a guy that's always a little bit underweight, so trying to work to keep weight on. So it really wasn't a bad thing. But started off the morning, some bagels, bacon, eggs, typical stuff like that. And we really got into it for dinner and lunch. I had a couple steaks throughout the day. My mom made some meatloaf, which I'm a huge fan of, which if any of y'all ever want to try it, my mom makes a great meatloaf. I'll bring you some. And then pretty typical Kentucky stuff for dinner. We had fried chicken and cornbread, and then had some cream corn too with that, and some other stuff like that. But definitely consumed more than I should have, but I don't regret any of it.
Gotta keep that weight up, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
What is your role? Do you have any role in special teams? In other words, when Clemson's attempting a field goal, or do you stay out there?
Yes, sir. I'm on the field goal team, but that's my only role for now.
Okay.
I don't think they need me returning kicks or anything, but I'm ready if they do. So.
Notre Dame has shown a penchant for blocking.
Yeah, they have.
Punts and on all kicks.
Yep.
Is Dabo kind of job with y'all on that?
Definitely. We've discussed it a little bit, and we'll discuss it more as the week goes on. But special teams can make the difference in a game, as everybody knows that. So going to have to be ready to sit in there and anchor on field goal team. Like I said, they've got a good defense line. They got some big bodies, and they've got some smaller bodies that are quick and agile too. So they're really good at jumping over. I know if you get too low, they'll jump over and block a kick like that. So you got to be ready for whatever. You really got to be on your P's and Q's this week going into that, and which we will be. We practice for it and prepare for it, and we see it on film. So we're going to give it everything that we have.
Y'all were in a live environment down in Tallahassee a few weeks ago. It's going to be a similar environment, obviously. How do you feel like the communication was on the offensive line down at Duke?
Yeah, I mean, our communication was definitely good. Still having issues. We've had issues all season. I mean, there's always going to be one or two plays where there's an issue there. But, I mean, we have issues. We're getting better, though. I think as we gel more together, me moving into guard, Putnam taking over the center role, which that's not an easy thing to do. You go from playing guard for, I think, 2 or 3 years, however long he was here before that, and then jumping down to center. And now you're directing traffic and everything like that. You've got to talk to your left side and your right side. But I mean, we're getting better at relaying calls, making sure they're on time, making sure it's not in the cadence so it doesn't mess up the quarterback or the running back like that. The biggest thing is the preparation leading up to it is we actually come in the indoor and we'll blast whatever theme song that they do. So going down there, we did the chop that they do, which is it did get pretty loud, but it wasn't terribly loud. So we'll come in here and blast that over the surround sound in here, and we'll practice in that and go silent mode. So we'll be ready for it before we get down there. But it's definitely a factor that plays into it, not being able to talk to the guy on your left and right. Having to be able to like scream at him, hope he gets the call, and maybe slow the snap cadence down like that. But I mean, I think we'll be good. I think we'll be ready for it. We've played in some loud environments this year, and in the past too. We've got some older guys that have played a lot of snaps. So I don't think it should be an issue, and it's something that we work on every day. So it should be fine.
I know Blake's had a bunch of false starts this season, but you feel like he's kind of getting better as he goes.
Definitely, yeah. He's learned to sit in there. I think the biggest thing is he's anxious to go maul somebody, which is good. So he's a little fast off the ball sometimes. I mean, definitely need to eliminate the pre-snap penalties. But I mean, he is a freshman. You don't want to give him any leeway because he's a starter now, and he's not considered a freshman anymore. But at the same time, I understand because I've been there before, and it's hard when you're at tackle in a loud place like that to looking at the ball, make sure it's going to snap before you come out of your stance. It's hard playing in silent mode from the tackle position. So I kind of understand, but at the same time, he's working and he's getting better at it, and he'll be fine.
I guess at this point in the season, do you still feel like a tackle playing guard, or do you feel like an actual guard, like that's your home?
No, I actually feel at home at guard now. Like I said, I'm getting better at the footwork and maybe hand placement and stuff too. Obviously, stuff is different, but I mean, like I said in a previous interview, I never really felt home at tackle. Like I'd play tackle all throughout high school. I played tackle my first 2 years here, but in my head, I never felt dominant at tackle. I never really felt like I had my technique down. It's something I was changing and working on every week to week. I would change my stance, change my hands, So honestly, the bump down has been good. Like I said, I like playing with my hand on the ground better. I like having an even base where you don't really have as much stagger in your stance like that. I feel more powerful running off the ball. Putting my hand on the ground, I feel way more powerful running off the ball. I feel quicker in my movements and everything like that, which has just been good for me. But like I said, I'm still working on it. But I do feel at home, and I like guard, and I would like to stay at guard. So, but it's been a good transition for me.
Is the hardest part just putting on weight and being able to go up against guys of the mass you have to go up against?
Definitely, yeah. So definitely some different bodies out at tackle. Obviously, you got some agile guys that can still be powerful. I mean, you see big dudes like Miles Murphy out there, and you're gonna have to get ready to go for strength to power. But yeah, definitely keep my weight on because I've always been a skinnier guy. Like when I came through camp, I was 245 pounds, and slowly working to put that on. And then throughout camp, I was about 315, and you slowly lose some. You start playing, your body gets to wear and tear on it, stuff like that. So that's really my biggest priority right now is keeping on the weight. But it definitely is a huge adjustment. You do need to be heavier to play inside because you got bigger bodies. Like we played Florida State a couple weeks ago, and their D tackle I think was 340 pounds. So and we ran inside zone. I don't even probably at least 40 times that night. So I mean, it's pretty much I'm one-on-one with that guy in a W drill mentality. So definitely have to have some mass and some quickness to you at the same time. I'm trying to get big, but I don't want to be too big to where I lose some of my speed and some of my attributes that help me make certain blocks that I was able to do when I was undersized. So definitely, though, putting on the mass is probably the biggest thing.
What's your weight right now?
Weight right now, I'm about 305. Yep. So a little bit on the lighter side, but at the same time, it doesn't really affect my play. I feel like I'm very aware that I need to gain weight and need to add that back on. I think I'm more comfortable in the 310, 315 range, but at the same time, my body feels good. I'm moving good. I'm working to put the weight on right now too. Anyway, so I mean, but I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. I wouldn't say I'm down in weight. I'm down in strength. I feel like even at 305, I play with pretty heavy hands, and I think I play pretty physical and aggressive enough to make up for that. Where some of these guys that you see, on different teams, or even some guys that we have, 325, 330, 340, bigger dudes. But I mean, I feel like my physicality makes up for my lack of weight in that area.
Walker, what was going through your mind after DJ's third turnover? You see Cade put the helmet on, start warming up on the sideline, and what were your thoughts on how both Cade and DJ handled that situation and continue to handle it within the team? Yeah,
I think they handled it perfectly. Really hats off to DJ. DJ has never complained about anything. And, he played bad in the game. He had 3 turnovers, and I think what Coach Swinney said, you can't give him an opportunity to make 4, and I think that's exactly right because at the same time, it's going back to last year's Syracuse game, I played bad. I think I had like 4 or 5 pressures in one game, which is horrendous. And so they pulled me, and I got benched. They put my backup in, and then they tried to put me in another drive later. Didn't execute, so they pulled me again, so I got benched too. And it's not really a personal thing. It's not really. I think people were concerned and talking about, how could he betray the starting quarterback? You need to leave him in there or let him go. That's not really the situation that we have here. Everybody's so close, and it's such a brotherhood. It's really next man up. It's competitive depth. I think it's good to have. Which at the same time, we're not 8-0 without DJ. We haven't beat these teams without. He's been the man since day one, and he still is. I mean, this is his team. This is DJ's team. He's our quarterback, and I don't think anybody prepares more than him. I don't think anybody deserves it more than him. He's always treated us with respect. Whether last year versus Georgia we gave up 7 sacks in one game, or this year if we're giving him 10 seconds in the pocket, he has not treated me any different at all. He's never disrespected me, never raised his voice at me, told me pick it up like that. He's always been positive, constructive. So I mean, what people see on TV, him supporting Cade, him supporting us, it's all 100% genuine. It's not a show to put on to show people like, oh, I'm not upset by it. Like it's 100% genuine. I think he's one of the best dudes, that I've been able to block for and I've been able to work with, and I'm very proud to call him a teammate.
How easy is it to go to battle with a guy like that who's the same person day in, day out, consistent? Extremely
easy, and it motivates you too. Like I said, last year we had very rough up front and stuff like that, but he never complained. He was never, he never came up in our meetings like, what are you guys doing? Do you guys not care? Like never anything like that. He knew we were working, knew we were trying. And I think that's what's paid off is the brotherhood that we've been able to develop with how supportive he's been, and on his own journey as well. Playing for guys like that, like for example him, Shipley, Mafah, Kobe, these guys like Ngata, our wide receivers, Brenningstool, Dave. I mean, like I can't exactly, like we're all like best friends. We all hang out on the weekends. We all do stuff together, hang out outside of football. We don't like not look forward to coming in. I look forward to coming in and seeing these guys and working with them, going to practice. Today's Tuesday. It's a grind 'em up practice, full pad. It's our only full pad day of the week other than Saturday, and we all look forward to it because we get to go out there and work together. And I think when you have a brotherhood like that and you play with guys that are like some of your best friends, it makes it way easier. And when you have guys that respect you, there's a mutual respect. It makes it extremely easy and extremely fun. I think that's why we've had so much success, because last year there was a little bit of disconnect. Obviously there was no issues between the team, but I think we've been able to bond and grow closer and gain that mutual respect. I think that's why we've done so well this year, because you're literally playing for your brother. Like you want to see them do well. And that's what, like, Shipley came up to us the other day, and he was like, I need to take y'all to dinner. I need to like thank you all. I was like, I like that's our job. Like, obviously I'll take dinner. I'm never going to turn down dinner, but like we knew what we get into. Like we signed up for it. I know my job is to block for you and like help you guys make plays. And there doesn't need to be a reward for that. But like when you have guys like that, like DJ and Ship and stuff like that, like you want to play harder. You want to play for them and like let them shine and let their talent show to everybody. Like show how hard they work and everything that they've done to put into this program.
And DJ was historically good when he went to South Bend back in 2020. What do you remember about watching him that night?
So that was a really fun night. So that was my freshman year. I'd played in most games. I think I played in pretty much every game my freshman year, but I got thrown in there towards the end. But I remember, so he was starting, which he didn't even flinch. I mean, he was ready for it the entire time. And I think the double overtime loss didn't really reflect our performance. I think that we were dominant in most areas that night, and I think he had a great night, which I think he will too. But it's not really necessarily like going back to South Bend. I don't think that matters. Like, oh, he played good the last time, so he'll play good this time. I don't think that matters at all. I think he plays good because his preparation, every week. I don't think it varies like based on area. Like at home, for example, like if you play good at home one game, that doesn't mean you're going to play good at home the next game. You got to be ready every week. It takes a day-to-day preparation. But I mean, I do remember that was a fun night because I got to play too. I think we were down when they threw me in, so I was a little bit nervous. I flinched a little bit, not too much. But I mean, being able to go in there and play with him as a true freshman in a place like South Bend, it's historic. I mean, I think it was a really fun night, and I'm looking forward to going back. And this will be our last time playing in South Bend together, so looking forward to that.
So did Shipley actually take you guys to dinner?
No, but we're working on it. We'll be in contact soon. Yeah.
Any questions for Walker from Zoom?
Hey Walker, the
Hello.
24/7. From your vantage point, can you just describe Phil Mafah as a running back and kind of what it's like to block for him?
Yeah, definitely. I think Phil is a very quiet guy, very friendly guy. I don't think anybody has ever had any issues with Phil Mafah. I think he's a very explosive, powerful back, and once we get Kobe back and healthy, I think the 3 running backs that we have are one of the best trios in the nation right now. There really is no drop-off. I know right now we're rotating Shipley and Mafah with the ankle injury that Kobe's dealing with. But you take a guy like Shipley out of the game and you put Mafah in, he's just as powerful. He's a bigger guy, like just fully run somebody over. And having a guy like that is awesome. And, it's the same exact way for Shipley. You want to block for him. You want to see him do good. Just as you would as anybody. Like I'm not saying if we weren't friends, like I wouldn't want to block, as hard. But it makes you happy to see them guys do good, and you have a lot of respect for him. But no, Mafah's a great guy.
And I know number 7, Isaiah Foskey's on the edge, so you're not really facing him as much. But just I don't know how much you've been able to watch of him, kind of what stands out about him, and then just Notre Dame's, I guess, pass rush in general.
Yeah.
What you've seen from them.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think that their record really reflects the team that they have. They've got a really good front, and some of the D tackles. They've got 65, which is a bigger guy. He's gonna try to bully you, and they've got 57, which is more like a jump around guy. He's got a good arsenal of moves. He's very active, jump to jump, like gap to gap, jumping around. He'll make you look stupid if you're not ready. And even their backups are pretty good. I know Foskey. I've watched some film on him because I went against him my freshman year, and at South Bend and in the ACC championship. He's a really good player. He's a veteran. He's been around, so. He's got a good toolkit, and the moves that he does use, he's very good at because he's been using them, and he's very experienced with that. So I think we're going to have some opportunities to throw the ball, but we're going to have to take care of business up front. They've got a very good front, like I said, and they'll walk the linebackers down too in different packages and bring them. And they twist a little bit and slant a little bit and bring some pressures inside. So we'll have to be ready for that. But I think it's definitely going to be a battle on Saturday night to protect each other's quarterbacks.
Anyone else for Walker? All right, thanks, Walker.
Good. Thank you all.